Hello everyone and welcome to this week's English commentary of a played match. This match was played in 1990. Uh, Red was Master Li Ling and Black was Grandmaster Tao Hanming. At that time, Grandmaster Tao Hanming was starting to make a name for himself. He would become the national champion a few years later. This is one of the examples why a Grandmaster of his standard, of his prowess, was able to achieve the accomplishments that he had done. So without further ado, let us begin. Mr. Lilian started with the central cannon, and Black chose to use the screenhouse defense. Now neither colors had pushed their pawns yet, and in this instance, Red chose to play the 7th pawn variation, and Black countered likewise. Now so far so good. Red will continue with R2 plus 6 to threaten the horse. And in this game, Black decided to go for the left Riverbank horse instead of the edge cannon for Chariot horse defense variation. So this is another major opening system, one of my personal favorites as Black. Very volatile, little room for error, and very exciting. So in the match, Grandmaster Li Ling continued with h8 plus 7, which is one of the major counters. Black consolidated his defense with e3 plus 5. This is also a standard move. Red chose to develop his left chariot as a rank chariot. And at this point in time, Black decided to draw first blood with p7 plus 1 to attack the chariot. Now this match was played in the 1990s, and after this move, Black will be threatening to capture the red chariot. Now, common modern day endgame opening theory would suggest that this move was played too early. Instead, a better move would have been a4 plus 5 to consolidate the defense in preparation for this chariot. So if r9 equals to 6 were played, Black would counter with c2 plus 2, and again to play p7 plus 1 to threaten the red chariot. Now if this chariot played f6 plus 4, Black would simply play p3 plus 1 and we would gain another major advantage. So at this point in time, it will be a standoff for both colors. So that is why a4 plus 5 is usually played nowadays. So after playing p7 plus 1, and this is one of the major positions for discussion in this board. So how would Red deal with the situation, deal with the black horse threatening to capture it? In the match, r2 minus 1 was played, but it would seem that modern day opening theory would have suggested that r2 equals to 4 would be the better choice in this situation. Now from here on, there are two sub-variations which would be both to Red's favor. So if Black chose to play h6 plus 7, Red will simply move the cannon away, threatening to capture the advisor, which is another reason why a4 plus 5 was advocated earlier. And Red would try to threaten the pawn and horse again, and Black would simply play this move. Now if Black captured, Black would play here, and the horse would still be protected, because if Black chose to capture the horse, Red would have the c equals to 7 as a possibility. So c2 plus 2 is played. Red will counter with h7 plus 6 for Riverbank horse of his own, protect the horse. And another use of this pale corner cannon is shown here as Red would advance the pale corner cannon to this rank, whereby you block the elephant from protecting the black cannon. So Black will be forced to protect the cannon in this manner. And because the elephant had moved, this elephant, the central elephant, will now become a target for attack by Red. So this is a very fast and furious attack. And Black will be forced to protect the central cannon in this manner. Black will consolidate his defense, take his time, and Black will try to trade material, but Black would simply have none of it. And as can be seen, Red would have a huge advantage just within about 7 or 8 plies. 4 red major pieces were charged across the river. So this is why R2 plus 4 would have been a better move. Now if Black played H6 plus 7, if Black chose to be aggressive by capturing the pawn, Red would still be able to cut out on tops. Prophylactic move. Black tries to advance the horse, and Red would counter or threaten. It would target the offending pawn, capturing the pawn. So the black pawn had used up 1, 2, 3 moves. So threatening to capture the cannon, retreating the cannon to safety. Now this is an important intermediate move before playing c5 equals to 3, because now Black will concentrate material on this flank and prepare to play c5 equals to 3. And Black would not dare to capture the horse, or this would be a check, and it would be a trade of Black's chariot and elephant for Red's horse and cannon. Now Red will have a winning position in this situation, and Black will be on sorts of trouble. So that is why R2 plus 4 would have been better for this two variation, P7 plus 1, H6 plus 7. And in the match R2 minus 1, which was one of the common ways of playing this position back then, is not advocated now. So in the match, Black retreated the horse and advanced, captured the pawn. Now it is obvious that a mistake had been made during the trade. It would have been better for Red to play h3 minus 1, just to hold off Black's attack, because when R2 equals to 3 is played, the black cannon and chariot would now be free to do damage. Now this is another very important aspect, the ability of Red to contain these two pieces. So Black continued to trade material, and as can be seen, the pawn will grow from strength to strength and will become a major threat at this point in time. Now, perhaps Red was under a lot of pressure, and he made this blunder with c5 equals to 6. The pawn was already breathing down the Red King's neck, and he should have had a sense of urgency. The suggested move by Grandmaster by Master Wenqing and Grandmaster Zhang was to play R2 equals to 2 to refuse to allow Black to develop. Now, Black could play c8 equals to 2. If that were done, Red would retreat the cannon, and all would be fine for the moment. Now, if Black decided to go for h3 minus 5 to attack the chariot, there will be two subvariations that were discussed. The first would be R3 equals to 2 to trade material, and after trading the two red chariots, Black would still be in trouble. Red would still be in trouble, but he will be compensated with c5 plus 4, whereby the central cannon would now pin the black centroid horse to this position. Now, it would seem that the loss would be too much for Red, but the Grandmaster suggested more opening. Say Black attacked in this manner. Black could simply charge the horse across the river, and all of a sudden Red will have a winning position, because there would be no way that Black can resolve the threat of h2 plus 3 or h2 plus 4 for the checkmate, the smarted horse checkmate at this point in time. So that is why c5 plus 4 or this subvariation is applicable. For those who don't have such a strong heart, another possible variation will be to play c5 plus 4. Again, red would sacrifice his chariot, but he would gain a central cannon pinning the black horse. And at this point in time, the red chariot will still be pinning the black cannon and chariot, and red's pieces are in the open. Now there are many possible options, horse can attack, etc. And it will be to red's advantage in this situation. Although if we were to analyze the board from the viewpoint of material, it would seem that black would have a superior advantage, but this would not be so. So that is why the Webmaster Zhang Qiang and Wenqing, Master Wenqing recommended R9 equals to 2. So c5 equals to 6 was a huge blunder, and we shall see why. Because as mentioned earlier, if black were allowed to advance his cannon and chariot, these two pieces, and red were not able to contain, these two pieces would do a lot of damage because the earlier moves had already cleared the material from this flank. So let's say red continue with r6 plus 2, threatening to capture the pawn. But red will sacrifice the pawn that it made so many moves with another sacrifice. This is a very aggressive and powerful move. This is not a sacrifice because now the cannon will be attacking the chariot, forcing the chariot away. And again, another beautiful move in continuation. If the pawn captured the horse, the chariot will capture this horse, and the black chariot and the pawn on this rank would mean that red would be in a lot of trouble. So in the match, black decided to play c8 equals to 4, and as can be seen, black would have advanced material, consolidating the defense, and black will continue to attack on this file. Now the power or the attacking potential of these two pieces cannot be underestimated, as mentioned many times. To protect the cannon. And another blow. Now, this is a commonly used tactic in similar situations whereby the cannon will attack this elephant, which is unprotected because this cannon had already been pinning the elephant and advisor in this on the bottom rank. So this would be the Achilles heel, red's biggest weakness on the board, and black attacked mercilessly. Now black was forced to sacrifice material to protect the elephant, but this will be not too far away. Red will continue with a brilliant fork, capturing material in this manner. So if the red cannon captured the black chariot, it will be a trade of material, as was seen in the match, and the red horse was able to retreat to safety in this instance. Now, seeing that black was attacking and already had gained a material advantage, and this horse was prepared to do more damage, after some consideration, red decided to resign by only the 23rd ply. So as can be seen, let me see. So as can be seen, the earlier move of c5 equals to 6 had major repercussions. We can see that this would be the 12th ply, and only after 10 plies the situation would have deteriorated to such an extent that red decided to give up. So a short recap. Central cannon, screen horse defense, 7 pawn advancement, and the Riverbank horse variation. Now, if there's anything that must be learned from this match, would be the fact that P3 plus 1 was not a good idea, and an even worse move, or even not recommended move, would be R2 minus 1, whereas R2 equals to 4 would have been better. So Black will retreat the horse, threaten the chariot again, and free his left chariot and cannon from the pin. Trading material, and as can be seen, because of red choosing to trade material wrongly, black would now have a huge advantage, threatening the cannon and forcing another blunder, and red's position would deteriorate very rapidly. It will spiral downwards from here onwards. Okay, a very brilliant move by black starting his attack. This would indirectly protect the pawn, as you can be seen. Capturing, threatening the chariot, forcing it to retreat. Again attacking the cannon, and finally attacking the elephant. Now the black pieces have been attacking in a very fast and furious pace, and again our material would mean that red would now have commanded the winning position, the extra pawn, the horse, the cannon on the bottom rank, and that was why red resigned. So I hope you have enjoyed this short video. If you like the work that I've been doing, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. Thank you.